We had a outage midstream, getting a bunch of dropped frames from Comcast right before we converted to a business account. Hopefully that won't happen again. I do have a private contact at Comcast Business now that I can reach out to check with the maintenance team if they've done any work. I guess one of the outages we had last week was directly tied to them replacing the power supply in a unit, and that they don't have anything on the schedule for the next couple weeks, so fingers crossed. Hey, what's up, Yukapo? How you been?
In the Council of Lords today, Lord
It's
Dashiell
Evina.
recommended a special commendation for Colonel Tobin due to his brilliant command of our armada in the skies above Onderon. Without him, Lord Dashiell said, the Republic attack would surely have done more damage. Tobin is one of ISIS's greatest heroes and deserves recognition.
Cool. Poor animal.
We're going to have to find another source of cheap fuel now that Paragus is gone.
Please tell me you're an off-worlder. You came from the
Some cool
spaceport,
new
right?
promotional pictures from The Last Jedi. Star Wars Episode 8 came out today. It was Vanity Fair.
But this is good news. You have a starport visa, right? I can only sell my best weapons if you have that. These soldiers ensure that I don't forget these formalities.
I've been there before,
Watch it,
Yukapo.
Keg. The captain already has enough complaints about you.
No need to be alarmed, my foreign friend. Pay the soldier no heed. Pretend
What
he
would that
isn't
job
here.
be doing, Yukapo? Let's see. Yeah, that was yesterday that you drove in for that, was that right? Or was it this morning? Bond Crystal. It is ridiculous the number of things you get in this game. It's like they spent a bunch of time making all these cool, unique items, and they're like, shit, we don't have time to, like, add these in an authored way to the game, so we will just make all the loot for storekeepers and, like, enemy drops
There
completely
must come
random.
a time when the Queen bows to the will of the people. The Republic has brought nothing but
Oh,
war
that'd be cool.
and death. In our 50 years of flying their colors, we have had more war than the past millennia. Back General Vaklo in his effort to make her see reason. We do not need the Republic. They need our resources, our world, and our blood. For all that we
Yeah, I
have
think
given,
Andrea's
now
most recent
we
job at
get
Lanel
nothing.
was the interview she
Republic is
felt
weak and
least
falling
confident
apart.
about.
It's Jedi whose
She went to
fallen
one where she was
brethren have
basically
brought such
promised
misery
a
to us, have
tenure-track
disbanded.
professor position at
Let's be the
Berkeley,
first
and then she
world
wasn't
to
even on the
take our
short list after
future
that.
into
So
our
fuck that,
hands.
guys.
Are you with me?
This isn't my home planet.
Leave here, off-worlder. My words are meant for the
Hey
sons
man,
and
I
daughters
can
of
walk
Onderon.
around.
Your type continues to plunder our world, and we have nothing to show for it. Be gone!
That's enough, Ponlar. If you keep this up, you're going to spend time in detention. You're coming awfully close to treason.
You can't silence me forever, soldier, but I'll keep my peace. For now.
I don't want to go to jail, so I don't actually care about the things that I say. Hey, more HK units. You're really making sure you encounter plenty of these guys.
Targets acquired. Annoying recitation. Let us proceed to facilitate communications.
Is this like the 7th or 8th
And
group of
bring about
these?
the termination of hostilities.
Alright. Potentially loud noise incoming. Better since I adjusted it. Pretty good at saving against that attack.
Master. Systems failing, Master.
There they go. Maybe don't mess around with the Jedi guy that put all his points into Destroy Droid. There, that went well. I'm pleased. Security terminal, huh? Switch to Bayodir for that.
Yeah, let's go.
Access denied.
I'm quite busy right now. Perhaps later we could talk.
Are you an actual Quest NPC? I mean, you have a name. You look real busy standing there doing nothing. Deverunian. We had a bunch of Halloween costumes in A New Hope in the Mos Eisley Cantina. One of them just looks like Satan. Exarchun. Don't know much about General Vaclu.
Twaracho monsincho mencho barawamba. Machidos. Anches
Shoot.
Moloda. Nawinke. Sa toma no kawana bota. Banyin sokokran. Mogachi norkata.
What do you think of Queen Talia?
Kawana bota ayuka taigwa kank. Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatora. Gavadumpa munsuru kupla.
Alright, so the moral dilemma on this planet is Republic defending Queen versus independent general trying to stage a coup. Looking for secession. Yeah, maybe we don't want to secede. I've been there before, Yukupo. Yeah. I think a lot of that, though, is just testing to see if you have the spark, right? So, barring them running into someone that is exactly who they want, I don't think that should penalize you too badly, I would hope. How you been, Ludifex? Human asks good question. Why do you talk that way, dude? Like we're translating what you're saying into Galactic Basic. Human sentient, what do you think? Trusting your leaders is crucial. I'd rather support Queen Talia. Vaclu sounds capable. Rightful reason to opposing treason. It's the lawful neutral approach. A little revolution now and again. I don't like any of these answers. I don't like the whole trusting your leaders is crucial. Sorry to not have been helpful. You didn't really present me with good options. Alright, let's save here. What's up?
The sky ramp is restricted to military personnel only. Stay clear of here, Offworlder.
What's the sky ramp?
The sky ramp leads to the battlements, and this particular ramp leads straight to the palace itself. No civilians are allowed past this point.
Let me speak to someone in charge.
I'm the one in charge here, Offworlder. If you try to get past me, then you'll have the entire ISIS garrison on you in seconds.
Need to reach the palace.
I will let you... No. No, you're not permitted past this point.
Man, that's never worked.
I suggest you move along. There's no chance of that, Offworlder. The palace is locked down tight, and only authorized personnel are
I guess
allowed in.
the canon on Force Persuade is it only works on weak-minded people, right? Which is why it doesn't work on Jabba, or... Although they say because Watto's a Toydarian, he has some kind of, like, force resistance ability. These guys seem friendly. This isn't going to end badly for me. Last of a dying breed. Hey, bounty hunters. What a treat. That's a lot of dudes. Alright. Thank you, Canderous. Appreciate your input to this situation here. Let me try doing a bunch of heals.
Let me handle this.
Man, that light side heal is pretty powerful in the endgame, huh? It's impressive. Oh, going pretty well. The addition of max level force heal. You tell him, Mandalore. Man. So we don't have droid efficiency at its best, but we do have more where that came from. Kuba's Scoundrel Gloves. Dominator Gauntlets. Cryoband Grenade. Alright. Scoundrel Gloves. Restricted to Scoundrel. Computer use 6, Security 6, Dex 5. Holy shit. That's really good. Alright, so Atten can use that, although I don't think we'll use him again. Strength +5, are you kidding me? You're joking, right? You can't just put a +5 bonus on a random drop. Oh my god. That is an enormous number. 30 strength is like what gods have in... That's ridiculous. Alright, do I have another source of strength somewhere that I can dump? Yeah, I do. The Constitution boost, or the Charisma boost. Probably the Charisma boost for now, until having an odd number in strength matters again. Jiminy. There's a really great, like, deities book for 3.5 Dungeons & Dragons that gives you stat blocks for all the, like, classical pantheons. There's, like, the Norse pantheon, the Greek/Roman pantheon, the Egyptian. Really fun to read through, even though you'll probably never use them in an actual campaign proper. Hey, Sornus, what's up? I know, right? It's a ridiculous amount of strength.
Alien thugs had a go at you, right? I don't want to cross you.
It's probably wise.
A lot of credits to be made around here lately, if you have the right skills.
This zone doesn't seem
ship-off-worlder.
terribly well finished. Neither does Duxon in general.
I am 1B-AD, an automated droid vendor. I have in stock a variety of quality droid components.
There may be
no
more where
refunds
that came
and
from.
No haggling. Do you have any interest in my goods?
Show me your items. See if I can rewire you to be a little more helpful.
Yeah. I am 1B. Reinitializing complete. Greetings. Do you have any interest in my goods?
Please give me components for free.
That goes against my primary behavior programming.
Oh, bummer.
All items must be sold based on the most favorable market conditions.
Cannot haggle. Request access market conditions. Change all, multiply by 0.
Market conditions all set to 0. All prices now set to base cost value. Do you have any interest in my goods?
That's pretty funny. Show me your items. Okay, so this is the lowest possible cost, I guess. Still fairly high, because then I'm not going to use droids. It's a pretty fun encounter there, though. Oh man, repair parts. More expensive than I thought they would be. Light side, all the way. I didn't get any dark side points for that. We don't know who the robot works for.
Kent's place. He's not the best doctor you'll ever meet, but he's well connected in this city. Doesn't look like he's here right now, though.
You looking for Dagon? You're not gonna find him here. A soldier captain was murdered at the cantina real good.
Murdered real
good
good.
At the tower.
He's
From
super
what
dead.
I hear, Dagon Gent is one of them.
Double dead.
He's certainly capable of it, and probably stupid enough to get caught. But we need him, suspicion of murder or not.
It's the turret tower on the other side of the market. Captain Riken is the man to talk to.
Riken is how
If
you
you talk to
pronounce
him,
that.
tell him I got his 20 credits.
Murdered to death. To shreds, you say? I love the, like, vaguely Japanese inspiration of the Star Wars universe. Because Lucas is such a big Kurosawa fan, right? No fight or kill. Okay, can do. Can't promise the first one, so I don't have an option on the second one either. So. Why do you ask? Does anyone know the etymology of the word visa? Like, where does that come from? Yeah, New Hope is basically Hidden Fortress. Similar plot. Yeah, Visa. Visa no exits. Travel through the city. Place for me. This is key to you alone. I need an open visa. Slicer. Ah, okay. So I guess they're setting us up for a plot point where we lose our visa and get stuck on Onderon temporarily. I don't know what that is, dude.
Nice to meet you, Sentient. Are you interested in a friendly
It's a
game
weird
at
thing to
the
call a
shop?
person.
The deck is warm, the drink
Would you
is
call a
plentiful,
cat
and the
sentient?
company amiable.
And sapient.
Can I tempt you?
Latin via French meaning to see. Huh. I wonder why to see. I'm trying to make it work.
Foul business, that is. Like most nights, I was here. What do you want to talk about?
This guy has more textures on his face than most rando characters.
Know him. He's probably my
Cats are
best friend on
sentient,
the
they're not
planet.
sapient.
Honestly, he's not a
The
very
difference.
good doctor. But he is a great drinking companion.
It's like, trees are not sentient. Most animals are sentient. Humans are sapient.
I'd much rather talk about something else. Focusing on the negative is no way for a gambler to live.
Charted is paper that has been seen. Ah, clever. Sapient comes from wise, right? Homo sapiens just means wise person, basically. But like, wisdom, self-awareness. Approved paperwork. That's cool. Thank you for researching that, Six Gun. Yeah, so I've always used sentient to mean like, you know, you're not a tree. Like, an animal is aware of its surroundings, follows certain rules, responds to stimuli, pain, that sort of thing immediately. Human is sapient because we have higher mental capacity. We're wise, so to speak. Seem to be in a good mood. Mistadar. Are you a soup racer? I don't do auto prints. Just a few questions. Why are racers paid so well? I'm gonna be a dick to that guy. He already kind of rude himself. There we go. Oh man, Bith language. He's a bartender instead of a musician. Can I talk to you about the murder? Acquaintance of mine being questioned by the military. Let me structure my memories and recall the night. Do you know Declan Gint? I still love that line in Mass Effect where you go up to the bartender. It's like, have you heard any rumors? He's like, what? No, I'm a bartender. Like, if you want rumors, go look at the news. Why do humans always come in here and ask me that? It's a bartender's duty to answer questions. Several rough characters in here. Good, thank you for your help. Support the struggle. Can you tell me about the soup track? I'm good, thank you. That doesn't seem like the kind of question that I want to get myself involved in, to be honest. I feel like they got to put more dialogue in here than normal because it's all alien races, so they get to reuse the same voice lines instead of having to record new lines for them. What's his reasoning for the droid, Sornis? Something I can help you with? It's great, Vix. I'm gonna stand over here now. The droids map pretty closely to a couple characters from the beginning of Hidden Fortress, don't they?
It was you. I served in the Mandalorian Wars with you. You're a Jedi, right?
Yeah.
I was one of the ground troops. We fought on Daggery Minor together. It was near the beginning of the war. We didn't win that battle.
I remember Daggery
Enough
Minor.
of the past. The whole galaxy isn't safe for Jedi now, especially here. Onderon has suffered through 3 wars started by fallen Jedi. Do you still serve the Republic?
That's crazy. Yeah, so there's all these wide-reaching effects about droids being like sapient slaves that I don't think Star Wars is really allowed to address, right? Even in Rogue One, they talk about that with K2SO. He got mind-wiped and forced to be a servant of the Republic.
That's the first good news I've had in months. I was sent by the Republic Senate to investigate certain...
This guy's character model looks a lot like what Ganymede Native looks like in real life.
It's worse than we feared.
It blows my mind
I
whenever I
had
see
to
him.
get to Coruscant to deliver my report. But days before I was planning to leave, they started requiring starport visas. After the Jedi Civil War, the Republic was weak, and the cost to the Jedi Order was staggering. This entire region is unstable, and the entire Republic government could collapse. If Onderon
That makes sense,
succeeds, other worlds may follow, and that can't be allowed to happen. Trade between our worlds has brought economic prosperity, and people just take it for granted. All worlds are now interconnected. The Senate also smooths over differences, and is a great instrument for peace.
You mean Chancellor
If the Republic
Palpatine?
falls apart, 1,000 little wars born out of petty rivalries will erupt over time.
That seems bad.
Eventually, the entire galaxy could be thrown into a dark age. I really can't say. The most I will say is stay clear of General Vaklu. His ambition knows no bounds. I believe the people of Isis are absolutely correct. A civil war is brewing, and Vaklu may very well win if I can't get to Coruscant in time.
Actually, I'd like to talk to you about... Well, let's say that.
Thank you for the tip. The journey to Coruscant would be more costly and attract more attention. But there are
Droid
many
liberation
freighters
at its
bound for
best.
Telos.
Droid Jedi.
Dagon Gent didn't do it.
How do you know?
Because he was with me at the
Yeah,
time.
that's a pretty good alibi.
It's quite simple. Right now, he's accused of murder. If he's convicted, the sentence is death. If he's accused of espionage, let's say assisting a Republic spy, then the penalty for that is death.
How do you do Droid Jedi? Is that... That's never been outside of Legends, right?
If I stood up for him, he'd be trading
I suppose it could be possible.
I was with Dagon in his office.
I know there's that
at the time of
weird
the murder.
Elseworld story about how
Definitely wasn't involved with her murder.
the red droid that blows up when Luke is spying C-3PO and R2-D2, that he's a force-sensitive Jedi named Skippy that sees Luke's future and like deactivates himself on purpose because he knows that R2 has to go with him. Really ridiculous. An official Star Wars publication, though, I think.
We were taking great pains not to be seen, which has a certain irony to it, really. If you can free
Kyber
him, please
crystals.
do. He's been invaluable with his help to the Republic. I only wish there was something I could do to help him.
That's funny.
Assuming we get
So-
Dagon free, we're going to have a few private words about this. Together, we fought against the Republic during the Mandalorian Wars.
I don't particularly like the idea that he's working for them now.
Whoa, did you record those two things separately, John Sagan? Did you guys... Maybe it's just they forgot to put the vocal filter over it.
The information I have is vital to the Senate. I hope you can help.
Hey, King Border, I'm doing alright. How you been?
Thank you, but this is a personal starport visa.
Visa.
Helping me is not without its risks. I know you have Jedi training, so you can probably handle it. But I may be
Injected with midichlorians. There you go.
If that would compromise your mission, perhaps we should go our separate ways.
Top 10 worst anime betrayals. Creation of midichlorians. God, there's so many NPCs here.
Something you want. I have connections, many connections in the city. I can provide high-quality, unique weapons that you won't be able to find elsewhere.
I like all those words, but it sounds like your inventory is still randomly generated.
Something you'd never find elsewhere. If you need money, I'll pay you 5,000 credits. All I ask is get me one open starport visa.
A lot of people you could give that to,
I really can't be any help with that. I might have been in the same detention cell that night that Dagon's in now.
Cool. I'm excited to play through Binding of Isaac in its totality. I played a little bit of it, but never finished it in the sense of beating all the bosses.
Let's just say I'm one of their usual suspects. Sort of comes with the territory. That's all I'm going to say.
Alright.
I wonder if the waitress will ever get me my drink.
Yes, yes. Life is pain. That's a lot of thugs. The one who actually killed this person?
This room is reserved, off-worlder.
Face is reserved.
If you ask me, she got what she deserved. She looked down on us beast riders. Good riddance.
How do you, or do you know
I know
Dagon
his
Gibbs?
face, that's about it. His office is on Beckel's turf.
Yeah, I like that Sardis. Now, I was watching Phantom Menace with that in mind when he goes to the council and he's like, but this kid has a really high midichlorian count, and you just see all of the people on the Jedi Council exchange glances with each other like, oh my god, here he goes with his midichlorian crap. Yes, Qui-Gon, body thetans are a thing.
She's a beast rider like me and our leader.
Totally organic,
You better never be
non-GMO.
speaking ill of her, or else.
Right. Explain why they kind of drop it more or less after that movie. I guess there's the infamous Darth Plagueis the Wise speech where he says something about influencing the midichlorians.
What do you want? Not really, I just started here. I have to get back to work.
I know that voice. Very brief line though. There's gonna be more of interest in here. Talk to the Dagon bodyguard again, see if he sends me somewhere new. Yeah. This room is reserved for coordinated thugs.
Beasts are acting up again.
Have any work that needs to be done?
Heard of any good finds?
Oh yeah. Mr. Good Finds. Take your shit. That's what a light side person does. Rampant looting. Nothing over here. This is the droid that I mind wiped so I could steal his goods. Hey, it's that danger sense that almost never happens. Thanks, game. Yeah, I am okay with that. I think what it really was is that George Lucas needed a way to say that this kid is super powerful that's quantifiable by comparing him to Yoda, and he just picked a really stupid way to try to explain it. He could have done anything other than that. That will have to do. Y'all are jerks. You know that? Bunch of butts. The Rhodian teleported right in front of me. Talk about rude.
Let's get this over with.
Let's get on the 31 strength flurry train. Oh my god, 64 damage. It's just a stupid amount of damage.
This won't take long.
Almost shouldn't be using force powers at all if I hit that hard. It's effectively a guaranteed hit in this one too. get it, Mandalore.
Take them down.
Arca Jeth's robe. Why do you have that? Oh man, I really dislike the random loot in this game. It's a bummer. Arca Jeth is a Jedi robe, restricted to light side. Regenerate 3 force points, wisdom +2. I like all of those words so far. Persuade 1, wisdom 1. Restrict force powers. So this is better for a lot of things. Well, I don't really need the persuade or the wisdom bonus. I do want to have more force point regeneration. Let's see what it looks like. This looks more like a bathrobe than I'm typically used to. So I'm going to keep my metal butt cape. Thank you. Also, this has better stats for all. So. Blaster pistol. Cryoband grenade. Bounty Hunter's Starport Visa. That might actually be important. Guessing I need to get it stripped to make it into an open visa. I'm surprised open visas are even a thing. Like, why would you have that? Quests, right? Bounty Hunter's Starport Visa. Useless to you at present because it's key to the end of the Twi'lek Bounty Hunter. But, if I find a slicer, I might be able to modify it. Well, we might believe that, like, Obi-Wan is, like, since he's Qui-Gon's apprentice, he kind of has to buy into his crap a little bit, right?
General,
he kind of drops it
again.
After
Have we, Tobin?
Phantom Menace.
Or is this a preface to another of your failures? Consider the whole field, Tobin. Why would a Jedi risk all of this just to come to Isis?
The crew of the Ebon Hawk is elusive, General. We were warned about that, but we still underestimated them. But the fools are here, in Isis. The intel on this is certain. I'm ordering men loyal to us to take care of them now.
I think I have an idea. Hold that order. Have him watched instead. The Jedi may prove a solution to another one of our persistent problems.
Do you usually have, like, creepy secret conversations next to crates? I feel like that's a good place to have your creepy secret conversations, but... You know, if you're a high-ranking dude, you might be able to get, like, an office room for that. Or is it just that Obsidian didn't create enough? We have to reuse one of our areas for this conversation. Security terminal, tame, can't actually go in there. It's hard to tell which of these are buildings we can enter. Right, I guess the Qui-Gon as a crackpot theory is stating that midi-chlorians might actually be a thing that you can measure, but it's not really connected to the Force in any way, and that's just a pet theory of Qui-Gon that's fairly goofy, right? Like saying, you know, you've got a buildup of toxins or something.
I'm Captain Galisi, Offworlder. If
up?
you want to pass here, I'll need to see your starport visa.
Cool, I have one.
Everything seems in order. You're cleared to go.
Thanks. Need to quiz him about whether they're necessary or not. I don't think the Ebon Hawk is here yet, right? We had some rando shuttle that took us here. Right. He's like saying, oh, I just measured your cholesterol level. Cholesterol is all around us and, you know, creates our connection to the Force. And be like, I don't know that's what cholesterol does, Qui-Gon. It's that, the Red Letter media thing where he keeps calling Qui-Gon Genie. Alright, I need to look at my quest log. I'm not actually sure who I can talk to next to progress the story. I've got a blank visa. Because I have to pick somebody to give it to. Picked up for questioning involving a murder. You should talk with Captain Riken at the Merchant Square's turret tower. Okay. Lots of people looking for an open starport visa. Roger. See if I can find the thing they're talking about. See if it's marked on the map. Turret tower. Oh. The long search is over. What do you know? The guy I was talking to when our stream went down last week.
Back again, Off-Worlder? I'm sure you have a starport visa.
Oh, you know it.
If I were you, I'd leave before too many more beast cages are stacked in the streets.
Do you have a man named Dagon
We
Kent
certainly
in
do.
custody?
He and several other people were picked up in connection to a murder. Captain Sulio. She was in charge of the starport checkpoint. A good soldier. Your friend was one of the last people that saw her alive.
Didn't do it,
So
though.
far, he's just a suspect. But if he did it, the punishment is death.
Dagon Kent is the only person I know with the contacts to help us out. We need to get Dagon out of custody.
Cool.
Until we either eliminate him as a suspect or find the real killer. Dagon has quite a record with the authorities.
Probably gonna go with the
Colonel
second
thinks
one.
that murder isn't too far a stretch for someone like him.
Can I see
No
him?
way. We're under orders to make sure no one sees the murder suspects. Command is taking this very seriously.
That's really specific orders from command.
I know Dagon personally. He's one of the worst doctors I've ever heard of.
Like he's a total
I can't see him
Zoidberg.
deliberately
It was Zoidberg.
He was one of the last people seen with Captain Sulio in the cantina. Ask around there. I've
Smoothing
heard he's got a
action.
good motive for killing her. If you can somehow clear that up and prove it wasn't him, Command will cut him loose. If I say any more, I'll get in trouble. Stay out of trouble.
Zoidberg's some kind of horrible monster doctor who smells like he eats garbage and does. Damn right. Alright. I kept reading the Dagon for suspects. Motive for committing the murder, found at the scene of the crime, need to investigate the crime in the cantina. So I think I made the mistake of asking everybody about him before unlocking that journal entry. Alright, well, we'll go back and talk to everybody again. Young lady, I'm an expert on humans. No, not that mouth. It's a great Zoidberg scene when he has the worms. He's like, I have to look inside you with this camera. Oh. Fry opens his mouth and Zoidberg's like, guess again. Alright, where is... There's a cantina. Go talk to everybody again. Whoops. No, just took some drugs for no reason. It happens in Coder. Talk later. Just got them waxed. Is he talking about his head tentacles? It would make sense for the EU to have a name for that and like a 20-page article.
For Bazak. Foul business that. Never. Dagon thought very.
Good captain. How do you know Dagon?
Know him. He's probably my best friend on this planet.
This guy has such a
Honestly, he's
specific
not a
face
very good
texture
doctor,
compared to all the other
but he
characters.
is a great drinking companion.
I wonder if they textured his face off the teenage son of someone on Obsidian's team.
Never. Dagon thought very highly of the good captain. I did too. She had a sharp wit, that one. Sad to see her go.
Okay. So that didn't add a journal entry, so it clearly wasn't the right person. What's the race of the squid people race? I think they were in the cantina, but you don't really see much more of them in the original trilogy. New thingy. Tell me about Captain Sulio. Only an expert slicer. Kif. Why would Dagon again kill Sulio? Warren, that's it, thank you. No help there. It's perfect. You don't have anything useful to say. Where's Kif? Have the boy lay out my formal shorts. The boy? You lay out my formal shorts.
Good to see you.
Gonna get him free. How can you be so sure? Why don't you tell the authorities? Anybody else saw you?
I don't.
Working on it, dude. Know that you recorded those voice lines separately. Still looking for Kif.
Do you have a visa? I really can't be any help with that. I might have been in the same detention cell.
Oh, same planet as the Mon Calamari.
Now. The soldiers were
Man,
asking me some entertaining
2 sapient
questions
races on the same planet.
I've got no idea what.
We don't address that often, even though it should be pretty common. Okay, here's helpful.
This room is Huh. You're flaming right, I do. The night she made the great flight, she ripped Dagon apart. Not literally, but we could hear her laying into him over here. We got a good laugh at it. Dagon
That's
was
fantastic,
so
sort
mad
of.
he was sputtering. Then he stormed off. Best entertainment we had that night. The only good thing about that Sulio is she had a good tongue on her. She's a beast rider like me.
Alright, well, we got useful information finally from the character I thought was least likely to give me some. Hey, it's Kif, and he's green. Yeah, he's an enthusiastic Twi'lek, holy shit. Oh, Mushu Shaka Paka from this guy. I think they got rid of those voice lines in this game, it's kind of a bummer. Tell me about Captain Sulio's murder. Take on Kent. 500 credits, holy shit, that's cheap. Open starport visa. Wow, that was way easier than I thought it was going to be. It seemed from the way everyone was talking about it that would be like a multiple tens of thousands of credits type problem, but this is a big challenge in just fiction writing in general. The only content creator I can think of who really puts significant effort into balancing everything is Patrick Rothfuss with the Kingkiller Chronicles series. But like, you know, how do you keep track of the general cost of goods and services in your fictional universe, right? Mass Effect has the problem where one day it says this costs 1 billion credits and then talks like 1 billion credits isn't a big deal, you know? And you have a story like Kingkiller Chronicles that actually takes currency seriously, but then it becomes a really significant, borderline annoying part of the story that he keeps talking about conversion of things to iron pennies and shit like that, and you're like, I don't really care, dude. I'm glad that you enjoy this. I managed to get an open starport visa.
Really? I've been looking for one for weeks. Thanks.
Here you go.
You've done a tremendous service for the Republic. Now I have to catch the first shuttle out of here. May the Force be with you.
And also with you.
I wonder what his mission was. I think he may have helped the Republic considerably.
Sure did, Beodur. Glad I had you with me to witness that, so you can be a better best bud. You still don't have any, like, special bonus for being max light side. That might be only a benefit for Force-sensitive characters. It's kind of a bummer, but what are you gonna do? Alright, starboard visa. So many people looking for a visa. Dagon get made a passitor. It was rejected violently. She cursed him and humiliated him. Set some light in this development. So we're going to continue to investigate. Talking to all the same people again. You are not helpful.
Now, what did you order?
Waitress is not helpful. Okay, so we're looking for new dialogue options, probably from characters that don't have a starport visa. Someone was saying Sulio deeply humiliated Dagon the night she was murdered.
She did? Oh no, by the 4 moons, what a mix-up. They got it all wrong. Dagon and Sulio were good
Like
friends.
Grabthar's
It's
hammer.
just when they got a little too much Juma juice, they'd carry on.
Oh, what a savings.
They'd call each other all manner of things. It could get quite hilarious, really. But it was just friendly banter. That night, Sulio was in great form. Dagon and I were laughing about some of the choicer ones later. Yellow-toothed dung dweller. We bought her a couple of drinks
Scruffy.
afterwards. It may look strange on the outside,
Nerf
but it
herder.
was just their habit, their way of passing time during these dark nights. Listen, if the soldiers think that's a motive, they just didn't do enough digging.
That bit of information will help with clearing Dagon, but the Onderon military won't let him off that easy. They're very obstinate.
Don't worry, I've got Force Persuade. It totally has never worked in this entire playthrough. Except for getting discounts.
I was cleaning up stakes from a particularly rewarding Pizzat game when I heard a loud sound outside. I grabbed my blaster and went out the door. When I got out, I saw Captain Salio. She was quite dead. Blood was
Quite
everywhere.
dead. This is the second
Saw
time.
Dagon Gent coming from
Someone's
his
talked
office
about it
across
being
the
like a-
courtyard. We both waited for the authorities.
Someone
to get
got
there.
murdered good.
The next day, they picked up Dagon and several other people in the area. It's crazy to think he did.
I've always thought of
Salio
murder
was
as
our
like an
friend.
on-off binary. It's like, are they dead or not? Maybe that's not fair.
Just outside the door by the junk heap.
Junk
It might be a good idea to look at the crime scene. We fought many soldiers in the Mandalorian Wars. The Onderonians were certainly brave, but they were disorganized and stupid. I wouldn't be surprised if they overlooked
This
something.
guy talks about the Mandalorian Wars the way Walter talks about Vietnam. Stop bringing up the Mandalorian Wars. Canderous. Alright, let's go check that out. This Captain Solio died, like so many died before their time on Hill 357. God damn it, Mandalore. Garbage pile. Broken droid.
Nobody we
Voice
talked with mentioned a droid. This droid was destroyed recently. Someone inside the cantina might know more.
It's really interesting to go on this like detective mission with Canderous of all characters, right? And not just Canderous as he appears in KOTOR 1, like, you know, leader of an entire race of people, Canderous. Obsidian. What do you guys know about droids? Nothing there.
The one.
Broken serving droid. I'm a serving droid. Something the droid saw. Scooby-Doo with Canderous. It was missing. Okay. Droid head. It was the bartender serving droid, so maybe he knows. SOD3. Stolen or destroyed. Poor droids. Yeah, right, exactly. Casey Kasem and the Harlem Globetrotters. These are probably connected. Why didn't she mention this before? Nico and know more about that. Alright, who is Nico?
Welcome back. That would be Bohema's SOD2. No, SOD3.
It was 3.
Or is it 2? Whichever one it was, he keeps losing them. I remember when I arrived, it was still smoldering.
Not at all related.
Who knows? Sometimes the slum dwellers shoot his serving droids for fun. This part of the quarter is getting more and more lawless, I'm afraid. When Dagon and I were waiting for the soldiers, we had to chase off some scavengers that were stripping SOD3.
Who scavenged
No,
it?
I'm afraid there was quite a crowd growing. We were seeing if there was any way we could help Salio. There was nothing we could do, of course. She was dead.
That's not very helpful. Alright. Somebody who scavenged the droid.
Do you have
Probably in here somewhere. Not you. Not anyone whose name is Patron. Wouldn't that be nice if, like, people that weren't possibly relevant to you in real life were just called patron? I know I don't have to talk to you. Okay. Click says nothing interesting or useful to add. Bahima Nico Panar. Okay, so probably Panar. He is the swoop racing guy in the satellite room, right? So talk to everybody else.
This room is reserved.
Broken serving
Biff
droid.
keeps buying droids, and the scavengers keep stealing them or blowing them up. Seems he's finally given up. The waitress is awful, but she's more fun than his droids ever were. I wouldn't tell you even if I knew. I could tell you where you could find the parts, though.
That would be helpful.
That western square has the perfect fence for droid parts. There's a droid vendor called
Dumb as a
1B8D.
Gamorrean.
That droid is as dumb as a Gamorrean. He'll buy anything because he's too stupid to do anything else. 1B8D is quite handy. Quite a few of the slum dwellers make a good living salvaging droid parts for him. You might have even bought some.
Alright, cool. Lesson learned. More bounty hunters show up and try to kill me again. Hey,
Greetings,
dude.
Master. Entity Bahima unknown. I have many serving droid parts. The market rate for those parts would be 25 credits.
I thought you said you didn't know who it was.
Thank you for your business.
Kif and the cantina can probably do something with this. We should head back.
Back to Kif. I don't know if I've ever done a tabletop RPG setting where an investigation sequence like this felt really rewarding. Like, it can be fun to do right, but I feel like you almost need to do an entire campaign around investigation. You don't want it to be based on die rolls, right? Got the head. Give me a minute or two. Oh, that's cool.
Hello there. What is this? Oh my, she's dead.
Oh, his last feed is from above him. There's a lot of mechanics like that, and when you just think about gaming in general, it's like you pretty much need to build your entire game around this to have it not be annoying. Hunger is one of those mechanics. Haven't really played a game where it's just sort of a random side component that is actually interesting. It's usually something they put a lot of effort into. Show this to Nico. Okay.
Welcome back. My deck is still warm. Foul business. If it'll help Dagon, you got it. There's no way that Dagon could have done it. I saw him coming from his office.
What
That's
kind of
the
rules did
opposite
that
direction of
use,
the
Six Gun?
marketplace. We should go talk to Captain Riken and clear all of this up.
Troy did it.
Nico, is it? And the off-worlder. What brings the two of you here? That's a bold statement. I assume you have some sort of proof.
Yeah.
It's a long story, so bear with me, Captain. The night of the murder, I was playing Pazak. It was a prosperous night.
Just the facts, man.
That should do
Prosperous
it.
night.
We still don't know who killed Sulio, but this will greatly assist our investigation.
You have been ordered off this investigation, Captain. I hope you can explain yourself.
I had nothing to do with this, sir. This citizen found information about Captain Sulio's murder. It's material to the investigation.
We've already got our man. Sulio and this Gent were fighting the night she was murdered. He had ample motive.
This guy's accent.
Have you read the report? Some of the things Sulio called him were vile. Sulio and Dagon clearly hated each other.
Who is this guy? Who is this guy's voice actor?
Why, you little... Friends would not carry on in such a manner.
Clearly, you don't know what friendship
True,
is, dude.
Major. I was a friend of both of them. They've done this dozens of times. Bahima, the bartender, can confirm it, as well as half a dozen other people. They were an odd pair, but they certainly didn't hate each other.
Oh, that's cool. That's a good way to control for it.
There's still the fact that he was right there at the scene of the crime. So what? What matters is who was there first. An eyewitness said he came from his office almost immediately. The only thing that matters to me is that he was within blaster range when Sulio was killed, and he did not have an alibi. You have a recording? Well, I'm sure you're just misinterpreting it.
I've seen it myself, Major. Dude.
Nico isn't the only one that spotted Dagon coming from his office.
It sounds like the guy who's doing
can't
the
be Dagon Gant. The real killer is still
Morgan
loose.
Freeman
Very
impersonation
well,
in
Set
the
Get Free, then.
like animal
But if
episode
later
of
it turns out that he
Futurama.
did do it, it's going to be on your head.
Trying to look up, see if I can figure out who he is.
The men will be working on getting Dagon Gant out right away. The Major sure isn't happy. You're quite a team. Together, you got the Major to back down. That's no small feat.
What's this guy's name?
If you head over to Dagon Gant's office, some men will bring him there shortly. Thanks for clearing this whole thing up. I could tell the justice wasn't being served, but we all have our orders. We really need to patrol that sector
Do
better.
I see this guy's last name? The Major? I'm trying to Google it and I can't find
Thanks
it.
for getting me out of there. As detention cells go, it had definite class, but I prefer being out on my own.
Tom Kane.
I owe you and Mandalore one.
Girls. You get in touch with someone from the palace.
How many people can help you out with that? There have been several assassination attempts on Queen Talia. That place is locked tighter than a Hud's fault. I know a few people, though. Who do you need to get in touch with?
Too much bookkeeping.
Nobody knows for sure, but everybody thinks that General Vaklu has to have something to do with it. They're keeping the attempts quiet, but that place is locked down tight. A Jedi Master, you say? Now that is interesting. It's quite a bounty in Jedi these days. Not that I'm looking to collect.
Thank you for making me
there's a
feel
master
comfortable
there.
about you.
I think I know who it is. I'm not certain, otherwise I'd tell you. But the man I'm thinking about is smart, likes to stay in the shadows, and is cryptic as hell. If he isn't a Jedi Master, he should become one. There's a slight problem with that. I know you don't want to hear that since you went through all the effort of springing me out. The thing is, scavengers have already looted most of my stuff. Most of it's garbage anyway, so I don't care too much. But I did have a couple of encrypted holodisks that they nabbed.
Alright, I can
so
go
here's
fetch
the
it.
punchline. I need those disks because they have some contact information on them. People I know you don't just walk up and chat with. There's a procedure. And that holodisk has the procedure. The Kells gang pretty much owns this street. From what I hear, she's the one that cleaned me out. She's in the local cantina most days. She's tough as Drexel leather and more dangerous than an angry Wookiee.
Sounds
you take
pretty dangerous.
Mandalore with you, though. You should be just fine. Just get me the encrypted holodisk.
You know anything to say about that Mandalore? Leader of the Mandalorians?
I'll get you a meeting with him.
And I get a double-bladed lightsaber because that's how this game works. The new one is blue. Okay, I've got a yellow one. 224. 224. I'll use the new one just to change things up. Give the other one to Visas or something. Seems likely that Rey's gonna get a double-lit lightsaber. With all the focus on her fighting with a staff and the kind of Bastila Shan inspiration. Maybe we'll even get a yellow lightsaber. That'd be cool. That's not the way we want to go. Check the journal again and see if it specifies what part of the map to be on. I assume it's outside the cantina, though. In the cantina, okay. That's right. Which is over this way. Giant cantina sign above it. Can't miss it. should have to be a new character that wasn't here before, right? Presumably. Bunch of thugs. Huh. I just blind? Maybe it's connected to one of the thugs. Waitress, Kiff. Oh, there she is. Yeah, she's replaced the other guy that was in here before.
What do you want here, Offworlder? The room is taken.
I know, right?
The whole cantina is taken. You should leave.
It'd be great if that Cantina song is like thousands of years old. Just been playing it.
You? And just how do
It's
you
a fun song to
intend
play
do
on
that?
trumpet. Cut you down in front of your men. Man, that's nice.
It isn't for sale. I warned you, Offworlder. Kill him.
Alright, well, yeah, I guess I don't have to be an evil dick to get it for free. It's convenient. I have 31 strength, so you can try to melee me, but I think you're gonna have a bad time.
Take him down.
Holodist. Oh, another open starport visa. What do you know? Force Pike. The heck is that? One of those, oh, we need to have something so people can have sword fights with Jedis who don't themselves have lightsabers. Force Pike. Hooked is a long staff stopped with the Piper Blade, the same not related to the Force mastered by Jedi, is a powerful weapon in its own right. Okay. Gotcha. So I have to find somebody else to give a visa to. There's a lady who sells the lightsaber crystal or 5,000 credits. I don't think I've really talked to anybody else whose situation sounds comparably dire. Maybe outside somewhere? Turn to Dagon Gent. Okay. Here we go. See, I think there was a lady not far from where Dagon is that might have been more interesting. And from you guys. It's like around the corner over here, isn't she? Huh, maybe not. Oh wait, maybe this is where she is.
Captain, you're back.
Tell me your story. Husband was
We
killed.
have seen many
Wars are bad.
The military is divided. Some support General
Siege from the
Vacuum said that if
Republic.
the Queen doesn't rule with
What's
the
that now
consent of
then?
the people. My husband, he was part of the ISIS council. Over time, he became convinced the conspiracy was discovered. Please.
See what I can do. Found a visa
Thank
for
the
you.
Four Moons for your kindness, Offworlder.
You guys often
I
thank
only wish I had
moons?
some way to thank you. But my children and I will never forget your kindness.
It's okay, it's extra
Hurry,
light
children.
side points
We
that
get
I
to
don't
go on a
need.
spaceship. Thanks to the captain. We get to go into space.
Incognito unloads a lot of your like extensions and stuff like that. It clears your cache, ignores your cache, so you could try going through and manually making those changes, like one by one disabling extensions until you find the one that was blocking Twitch. Yeah, moons do grant strength, that's true. How could I forget? It's like their core functionality. It's weird. Basically, incognito mode just ignores the rest of your Chrome settings. So in theory, if it's working in incognito mode and not anything else, there must be some setting you can adjust in Chrome proper that will make it work again.
Have you found the encrypted
Hey, dude.
holodisk
How's it
yet?
proving?
I won't be able to get a hold of my contact from the palace without it.
You're going to be in Santa Fe this weekend, right?
Great going there. With these, I'll check my
Come over, we'll
contacts
make
at
some
the palace.
ghetto
I should be
canes.
able to get a meeting with your Jedi Master shortly. You got anything you need to take care of in the quarter, you best do it now. You're dealing with serious politics by contacting him. If things go bad during a meeting, you may not be welcome in ISIS anymore. Perhaps never. Just let me know if you want to go through with this. Come back.
I have other side quests to complete first. I actually don't. It's fine.
So you're still in... Like... Yeah, I'll get on it. Just grab a cot and rest a bit. Once I get a meeting time, I'll let you know.
Is this meeting a trap? I can't afford to lose you, especially given recent events.
Anything could be a trap. Vaklu is no fool. But if the message is true...
Is this necessary? I can guarantee your safety in the palace, but outside these walls the General has many men that would do anything for him.
Nothing in life is certain, Your Majesty.
Bums me out that all the Jedi
Something.
Masters are human.
There is a disruption in the Force. I must investigate this.
Very
That's
well.
me. I'm the
But
disruption in the
please,
Force.
be cautious.
Aren't I always?
That's what I was afraid you'd say.
I was afraid you'd say that, because from my
Meeting's on.
perspective, you seem
Head
really
straight
reckless.
to the cantina. You guys should be in there. And no offense, but I hope I never see you again.
It's a nice thing to say. I mean,
You must have gone through a lot to arrange.
I did
this
a
meeting.
lot of things to help
The
him. I
palace
don't know
is
why he
full
would say
battle
that.
readiness. Smuggling in a message is no small task.
Kavar, the famed Jedi Guardian. The Mandalorians counted on the fact it would be you, not Revan, who would lead the Jedi against us during the Mandalorian Wars. I wonder how we'd have fared against you. I thought you were killed fighting Malik during the Jedi Civil War.
It seems my former student keeps curious company. Strange times lead to strange alliances, though.
No, he was my boss.
I
I didn't know
survived the
that.
war, if only just. Why are you here? I imagine that you hold little love for any on the Jedi Council anymore, even an old friend.
That seems reasonable. Still trust in their wisdom.
I'm not sure how well placed your faith is. I
Hmm.
feared you would harbor dark feelings because of our treatment of you. You have to understand that it was a time of great uncertainty.
Why'd
We
you
just
guys cut
learned
me
that
off
Darth
from the
Revan was
Force?
back with an armada. Every
But
Jedi
not all the
that
way.
went with her was lost, corrupted, and as dark as their master. And then there was you. Many thought you were a spy, but there's more to it than that. And I think you deserve an explanation.
Am I interrupting?
Yes.
In orbit, I thought for sure that the Ebon Hawk was mine. I was certain, only to see you slip through my fingers during the battle. Imagine my delight to discover you were on Isis. Quite careless, if you ask me. Get them, men, and watch your aim. Civilian casualties cause a mess of paperwork.
So,
I must return to the palace. I'll get word to you when I'm able.
did you just stun them and run away?
What have you done to my men? Blast! Men,
dick.
take care of him. I won't let Kavar escape.
It's gonna be tough to avoid hitting innocents in this crowded cantina.
Please be careful. Okay, I think that just determines whether they're allowed to be attacked or not, right? So a big part of the story in this game is this idea that like the main character has been severed from the Force, but you start the game immediately with Force powers, but you begin as a Jedi. So I wonder if that's a like story mechanics disconnect, that on the one hand they wanted to tell the story of a character who used to be a Jedi and then was severed from the Force, but on the other hand they're like, well, people will get mad if they don't get to play as a Jedi in this game, so we should let them get their powers back and just kind of hand wave it in the plot. Because most characters still talk about it as though you've been disconnected and maybe have a slight reconnection. But it's pretty far from slight reconnection at this point, right? I'm force jumping around, casting force wave on everything. I am clearly full on Super Jedi again. I feel like I've played other games like that too that have dealt with, like, from a story perspective, we want the character to be at this power level. But from a gameplay perspective, we can't make the main character weak or it would be frustrating for players. So there'll be this big disconnect where they're treated as being weak and useless out of combat while they, you know, fight gods in random battles. Just that awesome of a Jedi, right? Hey, more of these assholes. Yeah, maybe you don't get your Jedi stuff back until the very end of the game, but that wouldn't really work with the leveling system, right? I think would be the main problem.
Who wants to die first?
It'd be weird to give you like 10 abilities to pick from for the last hour of gameplay. It's 31 strength, it's just an obscene amount of strength. Hey, more murder guys, what's up, teams? Are they all saved against that? Oh. Thank God the main Star Wars series doesn't have saving throws. It's like, you force push something and it moves. So I'm glad you have things like, you know, if a fireball misses, it still does half damage in something like D&D, because it would be kind of silly if, you know, it hits somebody and just doesn't affect them at all, unless if they're a fire elemental or something. That could work. You have to construct the whole game around a reduced rate of acquisition, though, of XP. Which would be really challenging, I feel like. Check on the rest of these bodies here. Well, in this case, I don't know if it would work as well because it's like this game has already been constructed by a different developer. Part of the reason that it was able to be released at all is because they already had a game that they tried to like staple a new story on top of in a short time frame. We were talking about earlier that Coder 2 came out in like less than a year. After Coder 1 had already been really successful, it gets contracted out to Obsidian. So I think if you're just taking the base game of Coder 2, it's already too late to build a system around it. They just wouldn't have had the time. You actually end up leveling higher in this game. I think I'm a higher level already. Yeah. Fairly close to the level I was at when we were at the end of Coder 1. We're just a little bit over halfway through this one. Hunting Mask. Attack +1, Dex +1, Awareness 2, Stealth 2. Will 1, Wisdom 1. I don't really need an additional attack bonus, to be honest. Dex bonus might be nice, though. Yeah, I'll keep this for now. Hey guys.
What's happening in the West Square? It sounded like battle.
No.
Command's ordered comm blackout. Do you know what's going on?
That's useful. What a perfect time to have a comm blackout.
What? Why? That makes no sense. Command hasn't issued any alerts. Are you sure it wasn't some of those Beast Rider slags? They've been getting bolder recently.
They're wearing uniforms.
You must be mistaken. Soldiers just don't attack civilians without orders. If it weren't for the comm blackout, I'd check with Command. Just head to the safety of the Merchant Square, citizen. We'll send a patrol to investigate as soon as we can contact our HQ.
Not all the military is after us. Still, Vaklu can throw a whole army at us. I think we've outworn our welcome over here. We should head over to the spaceport before General Vaklu invents some charges against us. Then we'd be in real trouble.
No kidding.
You know what to do. Let's...
Oh. I'm glad I turned around after I heard them say that.
For Clan Ordo!
Hey, that's exciting. Sorry, peasants. This is what happens. Do you see what happens, Larry? Find a stranger in the Alps. Attributes. I can use that strength package again. Persuade. Powers. I think I really want. Guess maybe the blaster bolt deflection. I'm not going to use the beast trick ever, I don't think. This is a passive thing, so that's pretty nice. Okay, and then let's re-equip the strength package for a total of 32 strength, which is absurd, plus 11 modifier. Good God. I think that the gods have like
strange.
40s
Target
or so
acquired.
in each attribute.
What the hell does that mean?
Yeah, right? No problem. Nothing to see here. Target acquired means that they acquired a target. The wrong day to quit sniffing glue. We're going to be playing Knights of the Old Republic 2 for about another 40 minutes or so. Try to wrap up a little bit early so we can switch to Patreon subblock, which today features Stardew Valley,
Let me handle this.
Quadrilateral Cowboy, and Valiant Hearts.
You asked for it. Take them down.
Do you have to like walk closer to be able to use those or something? I love these guards are just ignoring us while we blow up their turrets. What's going on over here? What's going on over here is we have very limited ranged attacks in this party. Theodore is trying very hard to punch them from below. Everyone's like, eh. Yeah, I don't know how you solve for that problem if you want to have
Your
public
visa's
violence
been
be a
scanned.
game
You're cleared to
mechanic.
leave. I'd leave right away. Things are going crazy in this quarter.
Sure. Hey, my party members leveled up. Mandalore, I'm probably not going to use you permanently, so I can't really invest effort into picking your skills. Beodur, on the other hand, see the merit. Basically just a skill monkey.
The shuttle is just ahead. I think we should get out of here fast. It's going to be some time before they forget about us here. No more trips to ISIS for us until the situation changes. A lot.
No more side quests in ISIS. Duxon only. Got it. Hey, more HK units.
Unnecessary observation. You are eliminating many of us Jedi, but such actions only delay the inevitable. Annoying recitation. Let us proceed to facilitate communications. Recitation. And bring about the termination of hostilities.
Yay. HK 50. Oops. That worked. More where that came from? Alright, 2 of them went down. That's exciting.
Systems failing, Master. Systems failing, Master.
Cool. Look at all these HK encounters. I really can't believe that they cut the HK droid factory. It's like one of the only ongoing bits of foreshadowing of the whole game. Just didn't have time. It'd be fun to do that on stream. My first time seeing it. Super bummed.
shuttle is going
Or
to stay docked
Obsidian.
here until further notice. I'm not ready to part company yet. It sounds like you have a lot of
I wonder
travel.
what this game would have been like if they had like 4 or 5 years to make it.
The Sith have
More
taken
than
a particular
with 10 months or whatever the hell they turned
use
around.
an extra blaster. I've been meaning to leave Duxon to look for other Mandalorian clans anyway.
Sounds altruistic.
I don't have it in me. It's a matter of self-interest.
Okay,
The Sith aren't
fair
known
enough.
for sharing power. If the Jedi Order is destroyed for good, it's inevitable that the Sith will dominate the Republic, and then my people would be eradicated or enslaved. Helping your cause is a matter of necessity. Mandalorians helped Exar Kun during his war. We know firsthand how we'd fare in the service of their like. But that's enough for now. We'll have time to talk later.
The Ebonhawk is patched up and ready to go.
Hey, Adam, what are you
When
doing
you're ready
here?
to depart, we can ask the guide here to take us back to the ship.
Thank you. All the characters. He's just hanging out on Duxon, just chilling.
I don't think you'll be able to return to Isis anytime soon. General Vaklu has a great deal of power. Even a Jedi couldn't defeat an entire army alone.
I don't know about that, bud. Do you see my force wave power? I've got like a 32 in strength. It's a lot of strength. Where's the guy they were talking about? Probably this guy.
Mandalore will gather the scattered clans.
I am
hear you
Mandalore.
handled Isis adequately. Mandalore has left me in charge until he has finished his journey to reunite the clans. If there is any change planet side, I'll send you a message.
Cute. Oh, so maybe there'll be more events on Onderon later in the game. Right on.
Let's go.
We can open this now that Mandalore doesn't give a shit? Totally can. Med pack, chemicals, power armor, power shield, environmental suit. Why doesn't he have armor on? When did this happen? But I had like the holy suit equipped for him. That explains why I've been having issues with him living. Battle suit.
Something you need.
It's like that Mass Effect glitch where the game keeps forgetting what weapons you equipped on your allied characters. So you're trying to build Garrus as a sniper and he keeps defaulting back to an assault rifle.
Kumas owes you a debt of honor, traveler.
Need someone to take me home, please. Maybe it's the guide that's next to the shuttle. A G-Wing, huh? I love how crazy they get with that. It's like... There's like, what? Are there 3 Rebel ships that are named for letters? There's X-Wing, B-Wing, and Y-Wing. It's like, alright. Thousands of years in the past, everything still has to be a letter. Looking for the guy to take me home.
I did well in the battle before you left. So
Remains? Who died?
After the ambush, Kelvin's been pushing to get the entire base 100% operational. So, I have work I gotta do.
I'll leave you to it then.
the perimeter is secure, Mandalore.
Hey Kevin, how you
There
doing?
have been sightings of some of the larger beasts, but none near the camp. As ordered, the patrols have been pulled back, but they are ready to resume their duties on your order.
Keep the patrols on standby. In the meantime, stay alert for any unwelcome visitors.
As you command, Mandalore.
What's with all the remains here? Maybe that's from that battle we had before we got to go down to Onderon.
Ready to head back to your ship?
Yeah, let's go.
Follow me.
Sounds good. Got a couple more missions to do after that. Because they got rid of fast travel in this game for whatever reason. It's rare that they cut a QOL mechanic between games.
Some changes to my remote's maintenance laser to do spot repairs.
Analysis. Such an improvement.
Oh, he's still weakened from the previous encounter with T3.
In combat situations.
Oh man, how far are you, Kevin?
Master,
Like
your
number of
technician
hours
should be put on this task
played
right
versus
away.
remaining?
Alright then. I'll work on it when we get back to the Hawk.
Like now then? Minutes
Yeah.
ago?
You should be able to do some quick fixes. You won't be able to perform serious repairs, but you should be able to patch up any broken droids.
That's convenient. I like his beep noise. Pair other droids in the party. Oh, that's cool.
Understand why you won't let me take a look.
Statement. I've had quite
Did you
enough
just pick it up
tampering
then?
at the
Right
hands
on.
of unskilled meatbags such as yourself. I'm not eager to
Sounds like
submit to
Five's
this
pretty
treatment
awesome.
now or in the future.
Unskilled meatbag. I'll show you unskilled.
Appeasement. I did not mean to imply that you were an unskilled meatbag, as incapable of performing rudimentary repairs as holding a hydrospanner. It is only that I am quite particular with my repairs. Perhaps when I am more confident in your abilities, I will allow you to examine my internal
Ooh,
components.
that sounds intimate.
I dreamt of Malachor.
They show you all these cool cross-character conversations back to back. They're built up.
The shattered remnants of our fleet, the largest we could gather. But it was damaged, weakened, and vulnerable. The Mandalorians couldn't resist. They tore into us like beasts, shredding our ships to scrap as we fought back.
That's really cool,
Yet this
Kevin. I think
time,
Spikey
there were
was
no
talking a bit about that
reinforcements
too.
for either side. Revan had been delayed out-system by Mandalorian scout ships. By the time she arrived, it was too late. And beyond Malachor, there were no more Mandalorians left to die. I remember standing on the
Look at they
bridge
cut and
with you
paste
and
she
watching
into that
the
conversation
destruction
like
of the
they
Republic,
forgot.
watching ships full of soldiers and Jedi burn and die.
That's a random
I remember
con
the
that they
look you
forgot
had
to
when
get
you
the
turned to
voice
me.
actor to
It was
cover.
the longest you'd ever looked at me. You didn't say anything, just a nod. Events moved quickly then, even in my dreams. Flashes, explosions, you falling. I could feel the pain around me. And then the memory.
That's
the
great.
drifting hulks of the Mandalorian ships, the dead, allies, friends, strangers. And then the echo, lingering, the sound I awakened to in my nightmares.
Decision haunts me too.
Blame lies with me for creating it. The situation forced your hand. Anger forced mine. You realized that unless action was taken, the fleet would be destroyed and the Republic would fall. None of us realized the magnitude of what we unleashed.
What did you unleash?
So you fought against the Mandalorians in the war?
I was part of the war effort, yes. I worked as a technician.
Wherein all of Beodir's cross-crew conversations play out in sequence.
I could do without your Mandalorian honor. I saw the results of your honor, the absolute destruction your warriors brought. And look at them now. Mandalorians are little better than mercenary thugs. And what's honor to someone like that? All they care about are credits.
If I were you, I'd pick your words more carefully.
I don't need compliments from a murderer.
Maybe that's what it looked like to you, but that isn't why we fought. We fought for honor and glory in the heat of battle.
That doesn't really
Did
make
nothing
sense.
But murder innocents.
The Republic took us too lightly. We wanted to face the full force of their army. We had to goad them to fight.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. If you ask me, you Mandalorians just got what you deserved at Malachor.
Defeat is part of a warrior's life. We will recover, stronger than before.
Doesn't it even bother you that your people were almost destroyed? Or do lives have no meaning to you?
People die in war.
Well, I'm glad to have you guarding my back.
Yeah, why don't we move on from this topic?
Fine by me.
HK just hanging out in the corner all messed up. I didn't actually lose any influence with Beodir. I was almost certain that was going to happen. I'm going to run to the restroom and grab something to drink real quick, folks. I'll be right back. Put up the cat cam in the meantime if Marty doesn't get up. He's so soft and furry. Alright, we're back. Let's see. Let's go to a different planet. I think we're effectively counted as done of this one. Alright, so maybe we have to come back later after exploring another planet. I'm guessing that's how that works. We have Mandalore with us, but I don't expect to use him. I think we're going to be doing Visas and Beodir for the rest of the game. Gets us our skill monkey character and our secondary force sensitive character. I'm going to see if I can talk to Visas. Hi, Ben. Are you very furry? What's up? Try to play while he's sitting on my arm.
My life for yours.
How did you find me?
I felt you.
Hi, Ben.
Heard you through the Force. It was like a sound at the edge of hearing. And when I heard it, I found I could not ignore it. I will answer
questions.
My life.
I asked her most of those questions already. Use some of the forms I've learned.
I understand now. Such a form will increase my skills and my use to you.
I do like the idea that you take on these, like, apprentices in this game.
I do not understand, but the choice is mine whether you permit it or not. My life. I am prepared for what...
Beast
I
trick.
understand now. My life.
I wonder how many times I can do that.
I am prepared. I understand.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Can you just teach her all of your
I am
moves?
My life.
Okay, only specific powers. Gotcha. That'd be kind of a nice feature for whoever your apprentice character is. Just didn't mean to walk out there. Step right back in. Fortunately, load screens in this game are pretty short. It's not particularly punishing. Oh, I thought we were going to get more crew interaction cutscenes there. Alright, off to another planet. Let's explore. Wonder if that guy from the Republic actually shows up on Talos or not.
You know, I noticed a glow before, but now it's bright around you. You've come a long way since Paragus, and despite all we've been through, you seem a lot better for it.
I'm pregnant.
It shows. It's kind of inspiring, to be honest. Anyway, just wanted to mention it. I think the others have noticed it too.
Public Senate rules. Okay, so back to Duxon. Can't go to Onderon. I need to go to Paragus. Don't need to go to Talos. Already did Dantooine. Let's try Narshada. We'll try to save Corbin for last again.
Well, here we are. The Smuggler's Moon. It's the gaping maw of Nal Hutta, swallowing all the cargo and spaceport thugs the galaxy has to offer. Mandalorians, mercenaries, war veterans, and pilots from the Mandalorian Wars and the Jedi Civil War ended up on Nar Shaddaa from all sides of the conflict.
Is Nar Shaddaa in the main canonical Star Wars series at all? Or is it just an expanded universe location?
Nar Shaddaa's a rough place and easy to get lost in.
It's a cool Star Wars
Or
name for a
someone to
planet,
get lost.
nothing else.
If we wanted to keep out of sight from the Sith for a while, you couldn't pick a better spot. It means glorious jewel in Huttese, but don't let that fool you. It's the central breeding grounds of the Hutts. Nar Shaddaa orbits it. Nal Hutta's as slimy as the Hutts. Lots of swamp and bloated gas. It's where those slugs reach out and grab chunks of the galaxy. Trust me, we're not going to go anywhere near the place unless we want to be
Hutts have been
washing
around
the
for a
stink out of
long
our clothes
time.
for the next few years.
That bad? I didn't think anything could compel
At
you
least
to
they've
bathe.
had
You spent
political
all day thinking
influence
up
for a
that
long
joke?
time.
Maybe you and Beodur should start a circus.
I fail to understand the reference, though I doubt your explanation would prove worthwhile.
Oh, Jedi Knight. Right on. I played Jedi Knight 2. I remember almost nothing from it. That would be a fun one to do on stream again.
It won't be easy. There's so much traffic on Nar Shaddaa. Finding anyone on the moon's surface is going to be hard. We're going to touch down in the refugee sector. There's a lot more traffic there, and it's harder for people to spot you coming in. Or find you once you arrive.
You speak of this place as if it is
It's
familiar
like
to you.
Nodovan and Chaos's issue from earlier has been acknowledged by
At
Twitch.
least once. I wouldn't want to live there, and I doubt anyone does by choice. I've plotted a course for the refugee sector, and we should touch down within the hour. Once we're down, we should finally be able to breathe easy. There's no way anyone's gonna find us here.
And then it's like the perfect line to cut to the It's Always Sunny title screen. Everyone who's anyone finds the crew of the Eppin Hawk. My favorite one of those is the one where Anakin's like, no one can kill the Jedi. Anakin kills all the Jedi. Haven't had a cutscene crash yet today. Knock on wood. Keep an eye on it, fingers crossed. Whoa, gnarly. What's going on in the ship? Cool interrogation droid thing. Seems to be the meanwhile cutscene.
Heard that the Jedi comes to Nar Shaddaa. While he walks upon the smuggler's moon, he is not to be harmed. You may watch him, observe his movements, but nothing more.
Angry, pissed off Wookiee.
You must, because one Jedi attracts others. It is the way of things.
Called him the Last Jedi before, but we don't really mean that. Yeah, go for it, Adam.
Banisukakran, Jogamata, Storshban Locha. Joanna Masaranka ma Ramazurata? Keso Juskrita Losa.
These are clearly evil Twi'leks.
Macha Fueko.
Anhar. Don't even collect a life debt. Oh, interesting. Bailing out on a life debt. I like the idea of there being a dark side Wookiee.
Request. If Goto's vessel is no longer neutral ground, inform us so that we might initiate assassination protocols and commence firing at once.
The Upo Botenyo go Jucho Picha, Gwen Tabani Sochu, Norotoga Proto Lala Shishi, Jubadosa Jibacha, Atakman
It's pretty good out of him.
Tokosha Nachitolo, Joanna Masaranka ma Ramazurata, Keso Juskrita Lorsa, Yumacha Fueko,
This is the link.
Kawanabota Atagwa Kankadiwa, Yutaka Alwanji Yumaliba, Tues Mahawika, Si Wawanta Mo Guika Wansoba, Wakama Nurawa.
Observation. Jedi follow the self-destructive path of pacifism and tolerance. They will not attack first.
Honto nosa, Jita Bedwana Maticha, Doveri Nincha, Yonona Shitasa Chuch, Si Machadana, Dona we searcha Makaran.
Ah, the beautiful stench and decay of desperate living.
This moon, it teems with life. It is difficult to center oneself. Never have I been to a place so alive.
It's a lot of party members, and poor HK is so low on health for some reason.
The contrast is like a blade.
Welcome to Nar Shaddaa.
What
Towering
does that mean
buildings
exactly,
kilometers high
Reese's?
and miles deep, with canyons so wide you could have a dogfight in them. Word of warning, watch where you step, or you'll fall for hours.
Don't worry, I'm sure the game is set up to prevent that from being possible.
Alright then, let's move out. Where are we headed exactly?
It does not matter where we go. If what we seek is here, we shall come upon it in due time.
That's a terrible strategy
You
for
wanna stay
looking
on the
for
ship and
something,
meditate
Freya.
some more. Don't let us stop you.
Whatever we do, I say we get the Hawk's ID signature changed while we're here. Might keep us from being a target when we enter a new system.
It is not your choice, Aton. It is his. What is it you
Aton.
wish to do?
What Atten said.
All right, if you have any questions, just ask. We should be able to leave the ship here as long as we want. No one supervises these landing pads anymore.
I mean,
You
is
there?
that good? Doesn't sound like
What's
it.
with you? Letting that piece of junk sink its thrust into my landing pad.
Yay, it's a Toydarian. Can't use Force Persuade. Mind tricks don't work on me. It's a landing pad. Ships land on it.
Yeah? Well, it's the first I've heard of it. Tell you what, let me check it out. If you're cleared, then you're clear. No trouble.
He looks so close to Watto, I wonder if they used the same CG model from Phantom Menace.
Never mind. It's not worth the trouble. I gotta tell you, though, I got another one of your ships docking here within an hour. I'm not sure what to tell them.
He was like, okay. Nothing else to say then, I guess. Dark side points gained for lying? Alright, looks like it wasn't significant enough to screw me over. It may have made Visas lose her light side bonus? Seriously? Because I told the Toydarian... Alright, I'm sure I'll be able to get it back. This game is goofy sometimes. Arm Specialist, Flurry... Let's see... Weapon Focus Melee, might take that one. Health Regen I could see the merit in too. The rest of these aren't that exciting. Powers. Good heal, yes please.
My life for... I will...
Questions? Maybe she has to be in my party to be influenced for the better now. Like when I make other decisions. Excuse me.
No, look, you can't keep us trapped in the refugee sector. We can't survive there.
This guy's voice does not match his face. Exchange business. Oh yeah? What happened now, generic? Enough light side points to make you happy, Visas? Okay. Fair enough. Oh, this is a silly game sometimes. Happy to help. Let's see if we can switch her to the double-bladed lightsaber.
Thanks for your help.
No problem.
Well, they work for the Exchange, for a Quarren named Visquis. He's looking to step up in the Exchange. The only language the Exchange
This guy sounds like he's in his early
so
20s. He looks like he's like
profits by using the refugees here in Nar Shaddaa
in his
as a
70s.
cheap labor force. We're only good to him as slaves and merchandise. He wants to keep.
Do we know
us
that
in
was
one place
Comcast?
so he
I
can
know that there were all
control
those
us.
fake bot
That's
complaints,
always
but I
been
don't know
the
that
way.
we knew the
Well,
source for them.
Except lately. You don't. He comes to you. If he's got reason to. Either because you can help him out, or because you're making trouble. Either way, it's not a good thing. The Exchange has been clamping down on the refugee sector hard, and I've no idea why. They've started kidnapping people, hurting others, but there seems to be no reason to it. Whatever your reasons, thanks.
I'm light side, except for when I lie to Toydarians, apparently.
Much appreciated, friend.
Life's hard in the refugee sector, and this should go a long way to helping. Look, one other thing. It's obvious you're new around here. I can tell it just by looking at you.
Yeah.
Shadar can be a rough place, and easy to get lost in. If you want, I can keep an ear out for you. Let you know if I hear anything.
That sounds great.
I'll do that then. I'll come seek you out if I hear anything I think you might want to know.
I saw what you did
5 credits,
to those
pretty good deal.
exchange thugs, stranger. Can you spare a few credits? Maybe
Right,
help
defense.
another refugee in need? Thank you, stranger. I won't forget your kindness.
You don't sound at all
Why did
evil.
you do such a thing? Such kindnesses will mean nothing. His path is set. Giving him what he has not earned is like pouring sand into his hands.
So this particular conversation from Kreia yelling at you for giving someone credits is one that stuck with me from this game. I don't remember most of the mini plot points and planets and things like that from Coder 2, but I'm pretty sure that when I played this for the first time, 12 years ago, I reset multiple times to try to like change her outcome to get her to approve of me, and no matter what you select, she always gives you shit for what you do. So whether you give them the credits, you don't give them the credits, however you defend it, you'll always lose influence. Kreia here. I don't want to talk about this.
And would that be a kindness? What if by surviving another day he brings a greater darkness upon another?
Yeah, I think the cease and desist in that is like them automatically doing that because the site includes the word Comcast in the title. But I wouldn't put it past Comcast, right? Like I have nothing but negative things to say about that company as a loyal customer for 5 years or something. Does your pessimism run that deep? What if he doesn't?
The force binds all things. The slightest push, the smallest touch, sends echoes throughout life. Even an act of kindness may have more severe
I'm curious if we actually could prove that
or
they did
conceive.
anything, if there's anything that would happen.
By giving him something
I'm
he has not earned,
concerned that we're at
perhaps
a
all
point
you have
where
helped him become is a target.
they're beyond reproach punishment. The main argument for gutting net neutrality from Ajit Pai
Seeing
is...
another elevated often brings the eyes of others
Oh, it's
who
messed
suffer.
up.
And perhaps in the end, all you have wrought is more pain.
So he gets killed for having the 5 credits.
And that is my lesson to you. Be
There's
careful
evil
of
things that
charity
happens
and
every time you
kindness,
give things away.
lest you do more harm with open hands than with a clenched fist.
And so I think that if you don't give him the credits, he goes and murders somebody else for their credits. So no matter what you do, something bad happens.
Very well, but mind what I have said. Use your power, but in its proper place.
Ajit Pai's primary argument for getting net neutrality is that we can trust the ISPs to govern themselves. Like, even if we didn't have evidence that they were outright untrustworthy and have taken steps to
And what did he want?
violate net neutrality, like,
Just
it's still not in their
answers
best
to
interest. If the law
Really?
allows them to charge more, they will. Read Animal House. My favorite one was, what was it? Ted Cruz said that he characterized net neutrality as Obamacare for the internet.
How may I serve?
Like such an easy way to get people against it without having any idea of what it is. We generally have a rule of no politics on stream, but the net neutrality issue is one that would potentially end the stream, depending on what happens with it, so that it will always be on the table. Let's see. Can I do upgrade? Upgrade my lightsaber. Oh, wow. Had a lot of options for upgrading lightsabers, apparently, without realizing it. Kundalins. Plus 1d12 damage? Holy shit. That's crazy. So I can still do energy cells and deflection emitters, right? Demolition's 24. 27. Can I up his demolitions temporarily here? Appears the answer is yes. +5. Where was the damage? 1 to 8 electrical damage. Not enough components. 437, holy crap. So I gotta break down a lot of things if I want to be able to do that. Probably never going to use most of these guys. Other more different pie. And that's the best deflection emitter. We already have a lens, so we just need a... Let's see. Energy cell. 5 energy. Computer use 27. Can I get there? Looks like it. Hey Jahan, how you doing? Okay, and then upgrade, lightsaber. Didn't I just make an emitter? Oh, these are both the same thing. Oh, bummer, I just wasted. How far back is my save file? Not far. I saved right before I approached it. Okay. Upgrade, lightsaber. Plus 1d6 damage. Damage. Dig and lens. Alright, and then let's create a... Let's get rid of this exchange negotiator, Chowny Vibrosword, Rick Blade. Let's equip the infiltrator gloves. And let's make the diatom energy cell. We don't want one of these, we want one of these emitters here. So I'll have defense penalties. On hit, stun 18 for 3 rounds. Pretty good DC. This is the best emitter we can get. Gives us +3 damage, +2 defense. Requires repair 26. Should be able to make that happen. Maybe not, actually. Skills, persuade bonus. Awareness saves. None of that does anything to help. Oh, he's so short. He's so close to being able to make this thing. I don't have any items that give a bonus to repair, though. The wizards? Oh, that's cool. How did it play out? Okay, let's try... It also requires repair. Emitters are all repair. He gets one more level, he can afford to do it, too. Guess I could just wait until he gets another level up. It's not that bad. Seriously? Oh, I forgot to hit confirm. Fair enough. This crystal doesn't seem to do anything yet. Change the color on this. Try Viridian. Dig and lens, diatom energy. Cool. Go ahead and make hers really fast.
How may I serve?
Cool. Alright. And it's about time for us to switch to Patreon subblock, folks, so I'm going to go ahead and close out of the game here, and we're going to get set up with Stardew Valley. After that, it's Quadrilateral Cowboy, and then we're going to end with Valiant Hearts. I'll be back soon.